Welcome back to the Mike and Mike Show, sponsored by WagerPro.com, the #1 sports betting app in the industry. Week 6 in the NFL, Insider Lock of the Week happening tonight, Sunday Night Football, Chargers, Steelers. Last week, if you reached out, which tons of you did, you got the Colts last week as our Insider Move of the Week. 10.5-point underdog, wins outright in Kansas City. Everybody was super excited heading into this week, and we followed it up with the San Francisco 49ers on Monday night, blowing out the Cleveland Browns. Guys, we're on fire here. We're going to be releasing our Insider Lock of the Week tonight, absolutely free as well. Chargers, Steelers, 800-918-3272. Do not hesitate. Make this call. Get your week closed out the right way by making sure that you're on board this easy winner tonight. Steelers, Chargers, 800-918-3272. Mike and I did the show earlier in the week. We broke down a few NFL games, gave our opinions on them. Some we agreed, some we didn't. We're going to do that again. We have a few games that we have something about that we like or dislike or whatever it may be. We're going to share those with you now as well. First game we're going to dive into, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Vikings, Eagles. Vikings are at home in this game. They're a 3-point favorite. Total is 44. This is a tough game, Mike. I mean, both of these teams, they're both 3-2. They've looked really good at times. They've looked really poor at times. You know, the Vikings, they go as Kirk Cousins goes. When he plays well, seems like the team plays well. The defense is always solid. You can always count on that defense to show up, and they'll be there. But sometimes this offense is just anemic, and it's all because of Cousins. I mean, the way that I look at this game, the Eagles are starting to play really well. They're finding a rhythm. They're actually finally healthy, okay? So when this team is healthy, I think they're one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the entire NFL. I think they win their division going away. Dallas is showing a little bit that they're not really for real. We'll see how the rest of the week goes and the season goes with them. But, you know, I just think the bad Cousins is going to show up again in this game. And I think the Eagles have a much better offense. They're rolling. I mean, I just can't see any reason why the Eagles can't win this game, and they're getting 3 points. I'm going to go with the Eagles plus the 3 in this game. What do you think about it, Mike?
Okay, so, you think the Eagles are the better team, and they're a 3-point dog. So that does make sense. And, every single week we talk about Kirk Cousins here, the good one or the bad one.
Right.
We got the good one last week, and all he needed was the Giants secondary to make that happen. And, if you just watch the news, former tackle that played with Kirk Cousins in Washington was actually talking a little bit of trash and talking about how good the Vikings would be if they didn't have Kirk Cousins. Talking about how great their run game is and how good their receivers are, but their Achilles heel is the quarterback. So, I know last week some of the talk in the Vikings locker room, it seemed to motivate Kirk Cousins. And, I kind of think that this might result in the same thing. And, before I get into more of this matchup, and that's 261, 262 in your rotation, 1 o'clock Eastern time, Eagles at Minnesota taking on the Vikings. Vikings -3, the over-under 44. The game tonight is the game that you guys can absolutely cash your ticket on. We understand the players out there like the action on NFL Sunday. Listen, guys, less is more. These insider moves, when Mike and I agree, you've been seeing the results every week. Cash your ticket every single time. And that information bodes the same for the Steelers and Chargers tonight on Sunday Night Football. And, let's not look at these teams' records. They're not out of anything yet. There's a lot to play for here. And we agree that there's a 10-point mistake in the line of this Steelers-Chargers game tonight. So think about what happened last Sunday and Monday. We could have a repeat of that again here this week, and that's all you need to make money. So call us for that game. It's absolutely free. It's our Sunday Night Football Insider Move, 1-800-918-3272. Now, again, I've been kind of hot and cold with Minnesota this year because I do believe that they are one of the most talented teams in the league, and they haven't put it all together. But, they're still winning games, 3-2, so they're in the division race. And you know what? They play really well at home. They're a tough beat at home. 5-1 against the spread, their last 6 at home. And here's a stat for you that would blow your mind. The last 19 regular season games for the Eagles, 6-13 against the spread. So they may win once it comes, time for the playoffs. And we know Nick Foles was the magic man in Philadelphia and all this. But they don't cover during the regular season for whatever reason. And you know what? I'm going to go with the Eagles minus the 3. I don't love it, though. Listen, the total's only 40.
Vikings plus minus.
I'm sorry, the Vikings minus the 3. I got a little excited there. Thank you. The total's only 44, so this is going to be a close game. But I could see Minnesota winning the game by 6 points, maybe a late field goal. Puts them ahead there. So for that reason, I'm going to disagree. I'll take the Vikings minus the 3.
Very tough.
Thank you for correcting me.
That's okay. Very tough game, like I said before we got into it. I mean, it could come down to who doesn't turn the ball over. That's how close of a game this is going to be. It's another reason why, guys, it is not an insider move. Just to give you a quick heads up on what you need to start taking part in. Last 3 NFL insider moves was Thursday, Sunday night, going back to last Sunday night, Colts 10.5-point underdog win outright. Followed that up with the 49ers 31-3 blowout over the Browns, and this Thursday night, the New England Patriots 17-point favorite, wasn't a problem. 3-0 on the last 3 insider moves, and we're going to do it again for you tonight, absolutely free. 800-918-3272, Chargers, Steelers. Make the call, make the money, follow our lead throughout the season, and I promise you will have the most profitable season that you have ever had. 800-918-3272. Next game we're getting into is also 1 o'clock Eastern time. Jaguars are at home. Coming in are the New Orleans Saints. Line in this game, Jaguars 1, total at 43. This is, super impressive to me what this New Orleans Saints team has been able to do. They're 3-0 with Bridgewater. Breeze went down. Everyone was looking disaster mode, but Sean Payton has done an incredible job keeping this team motivated. Their defense is top 5, 6, 7 in this league. Bridgewater has done just enough to keep this team in it and go 3-0. I mean, they're 4-1 right now, and just think, in a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, they're going to be getting Drew Brees back. I mean, how good is this team going to be when that actually happens? So if he can continue to hold down the fort for just a few more weeks and keep this team in a position, be 6-2, 7-1. I mean, sky's the limit for that team. That was my prediction to get to the Super Bowl this year after what happened last year against the Rams. I mean, I look at this Jaguars team. Yes, they've gotten a lot of exciting things happening. This Minshew guy, the mustache, it's been super exciting. The fans have been showing up. They're selling jerseys. They're selling mustaches. They're excited. But the team, defensively, has just done nothing but underachieve this year. Ramsey still wants out, hasn't been practicing, has been an annoyance. He's been a distraction in the locker room. And, going up against a Saint team like this, who's actually playing with a chip on their shoulder, I just don't think this team has any way even close to enough to play against this defense. They're going to bring defenses at this Minshew guy. They're going to confuse him. They will force turnovers in this game. To me, this is a super easy game to me. I'm going to go with the Saints plus a 1. Bridgewater's going to continue to win, go 4-0, and just keep the fort held down until Breeze gets back. So I'm going Saints plus the 1.
I'm going to agree with you for the first time this weekend. I think this is your typical public trap game. I really do. The line opened as the Jaguars favored by 2.5. It's moved to 1.5 now. I see everybody betting Jacksonville. I think the odds makers know exactly what they're doing here. Job well done by swaying the public onto what I believe is the losing side. And, guys, this is some of the information that you need to get on a daily basis to win consistently. So, call the number because we have the Sunday night insider move, the Steelers and Chargers tonight. We definitely agree on a 10-point mistake in this game. This game's not going to even be close in comparison to where the line's been set. And as Mike alluded to earlier, just going back to our last 3 insider moves, I mean, what more do you need to know? The information's there consistently for you. So call for the Sunday Night Football Insider move tonight, Steelers-Chargers. It's absolutely free at 1-800-918-3272. And again, if you have any other questions, utilize the number as well. Get in touch with a Wager Pro agent, and we'll help guide you through NFL Sunday to make sure that you make a profit. And, hey, the more you make early today, the more money you can make on the insider move tonight. Now, I completely agree with you on the Saints. They're 4-1. They were my Super Bowl pick the last 2 years. They've had terrible luck in the playoffs. Minnesota 2 years ago, the Rams last year. They were the better team in both of those matchups. They are clearly the better team, even with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Offensively, defensively. To me, there's no more complete team in the league. And I know the Patriots keep winning, but I would take a Drew Brees-led New Orleans Saints team when he's healthy over a Tom Brady and Bill Belichick Patriots team. That's how strongly I feel about the talent that this team puts on the field every single week. So, again, that line's moved. The public consensus is still on Jacksonville. I think they're falling in love with the mustache.
Yes.
But you know what? Gardner Minshew has not seen a defense like this yet.
Exactly.
He's still a rookie. He's still a 6th-round draft pick. And I think this is a reality check for him today. So, for that reason, you're getting the better team and you're getting points. You're an underdog. So, I like them plus the 1. I like them on the money line. I would like them if they were favored by a point or two. So
Right.
I'm going to agree with you on that game, guys. And that's 259, 260 on your rotation, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We both agree on the Saints today.
Okay, guys, these are difficult games. As I've said, that's why we break them down. We give our opinions on it. But our insider moves, the proof is in the pudding, guys. If you reached out and you took advantage of the last 3 insider moves, you would know without question that you can unload on this Chargers-Steelers matchup tonight. Last week, 10.5-point dog beats Kansas City outright in their own house. Followed that up with a 31-3 blowout winner, Niners over the Browns. And we had the Pats just recently winning easily over the New York Giants. Guys, make this call, 800-918-3272. You will get this Insider Lock of the Week absolutely free. Last game we're going to be breaking down is a little interesting game to me. It's actually a little exciting to me because, I tend to hope for bad things against one of these teams. But we're going to go, Jets are home, playing the Cowboys. Cowboys are a 7-point favorite at New York. Total is 44 in this game. Cowboys are 3-2, but, it's a really, really weak 3-2. Their first 3 wins of the season came against the Dolphins and Redskins, which have not won a game yet. One of them is going to win a game this weekend. They play each other.
Unless they tie.
And they played the New York Giants in week 1 before Danny Dimes got involved with the team, okay? The last 2 games, they have looked awful, okay? Right now, I look at this Jets team. Their defense is a solid defense. They should have won week 1 against the Bills. They blew a 16-0 lead, lost that game by a point. Sam Darnold gets back this week. He'll be at quarterback. I think that brings a little juice to the team. They can actually run their offense. They've been playing with a 3rd-string quarterback for the last couple of weeks. They couldn't run any place. They couldn't do anything. So no matter how good your defense is, if they're constantly on the field and they're getting no points whatsoever scored for them, it's literally impossible to win a game in this league. It's just too difficult to do. But with him coming back, Le'Veon Bell has played well. He just hasn't had any support whatsoever. I see the New York Jets getting their first win in this game. They're going to be a 7-point home underdog. I like them winning this game outright. I see Jerry Jones and that entire Dallas organization hitting full panic mode after this game. Could be Jason Garrett's job, but that's the way I see it. I just don't think anything of this Dallas team. I think those first 3 games, they were sticking them in the Super Bowl, not even remotely close. They've come back down to reality. Now they'll be done for. They won't even be spoken about after losing this game to the New York Jets. I'm going with the Jets plus the 7.
Okay, emotional much?
A little bit.
For you guys that have been watching, you know that Mike's a Giant fan.
I thought about putting the helmet on for the
Yeah,
segment.
well, here's the thing. He never wants to see the Jets win as a Giant fan, but he definitely doesn't want to see the Cowboys win. I'll tell you that right now. But, wow, it just got hot in here with that. I mean, I'll tell you, that to me is an interesting opinion because I couldn't disagree with you more. Listen, I mean, come on. I mean, Sam Darnold, first of all, as talented as he is, when he does play, he hasn't proven anything yet. They're talking about this guy just surviving on the field. And I'm not talking surviving injuries, like risking his life. They're joking around with it in the locker room, ha, ha, ha. But, this guy has been out of action right now. And I don't know if the best thing for this team is to throw him to that Cowboys defense right away. I just really don't. I know the Cowboys haven't played well. They completely laid an egg against the Packers at home last week. It took them way too long to get back in that game. But, I mean,
that game wasn't as close as it
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even close. They lost by 10, but they were losing by 28. It was garbage time points. So, but you know what? The last 13 games played, Dallas is still 9-3-1 against the spread. In the last 7 at home, the Jets are 0-6-1. They don't win. They don't cover. They're not a good team. They have injuries as well. I think it's going to take some time for them to get it together. I know that your boys, the Giants, even though they lost on Thursday, they're playing better. I just don't think the Jets are quite there yet. I know they're at home, and again, home field should play an advantage, but not with a team that doesn't perform well at home here. The Cowboys, to me, -7. I think they're going to win this game by 2 touchdowns. I think they're going to be motivated. And, knowing that the Eagles are tied with them in that division, they're going to come to play. That's my opinion on that. But, guys, again, this is why we debate the games. More importantly, Sunday Night Football insider move tonight, Steelers-Chargers. We do agree on this, and we agree on it wholeheartedly, that there's at least a 10-point mistake in the line. That's the game you're going to cash your ticket on, and we're releasing it absolutely free. So give us a call at 1-800-918-3272. You're going to get the easy winner tonight of the Steelers-Chargers absolutely free.
That's it, guys. See? What thousands already know is that this is the best information in the industry, and we're going to share it with you for free. Chargers Steelers, Sunday night, Insider Lock of the Week, 800-918-3272. Make this call. You will make money off of this information. No question about it. 800-918-3272. As always, we're going to be back all week long, college and pro football throughout the season, giving you all the updated information, providing you with free winners, giving our opinions on the games. Continue to follow us, guys, and see that this is where you need to be long-term on the season. Call us, 800-918-3272. Mike will close us out. Look forward to seeing you all next time.
Yeah, and, again, we will be back tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. Big matchup, Detroit and Green Bay. Couple of teams competing for that NFC North title. So you want to come back and check in with us as far as that information's concerned. But, yeah, guys, the results don't lie, and it's the second week of October. If you're not having the season that you thought you would have had when you started betting back in September, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because this insider move tonight, it's absolutely free. So give us a call. Steelers-Chargers, 8:20 Eastern Time. Chargers favored by 6.5. The over-under at 41.5. We agree on a 10-point mistake in this line. And when we do, you guys already know, cash your ticket every single time. You close your weekend out on a high note. You bet this game strong, and you're feeling good about yourself going into next week. So, once again, absolutely free. Sunday Night Football insider move, Steelers-Chargers, 1-800-918-3272. We'll be back tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Until then, get in the know, bet like a pro. Give us a call, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.